Best part of waking up is breakfast in your gut. What's going on, guys? Woke up, had breakfast. Now we're ready to take on the day. Just a good stretch. The coffee. Or should I make a matcha? Matcha would be good. Matcha is always good. Matcha is fantastic. But I'm gonna drive another coffee in my pies. Coffee's good too. Yeah, not making flavored coffee today, just making the old 15-cent K-Cups. Today I gotta go into work half an hour early. Like I said, after a long weekend. All hell usually breaks loose at the office, so they like to get us in a little earlier so we can deal with a little bit more hell. Okay, I'll take it. Most people would take today off if they didn't take Friday off so they can get an extra long weekend. So I don't expect much for today, but you never know. Who's your mouse? She's trying to eat them. Like, I'm gonna pet the kitty. I'm gonna pet the kitty while she's trying to eat the food, and she can't eat the food because she's getting the pets. She's trying to eat and she's purring. Your mouse. So, no idea what's gonna go on tonight after work. Just gonna go into work, put in our time, play it by ear. Best way to be. Plays it by ear. Don't make plans on days that you work. I do know that I need to go to Independent. My cat just dropped some food. My dog's happy. It's pretty funny. 1 week from today marks the day that I started the keto diet and my body transformation. Honestly, guys, a week ago was roughly the date that I was notified about type 2 diabetes. And that's when I started the old diet of high protein, moderate carbs, low fat. Because I didn't realize that the carbohydrates were the problem that I needed to cut out to get my body back on track, to forget that it hated its own kind of insulin. So, can't believe it's already been a year. Like, it's already been a year since I started this journey. And it's funny because I remember being big and not having the strength and want to do things and just all that jazz. I remember saying, because I got the bike from my brother in 2017. But before that, I was like, maybe I should join a gym or go for walks or just lift weights or do something to basically, try to be more active. And I just never did. And then I would think, man, if I would have done this a year ago, like I said I wanted to, things would be different now. And I kept putting it off. And now I can actually say, I'm glad I started it last year when I did. Because, 120 pounds down. Friggin' different. It's friggin' awesome. Just going through the comments on the Play Safe, Have Fun where I bought the helmet video. One of the comments here from Missing Remote is just buy a new chain, have a professional install it. Why not try to learn new skills? Like, I don't know why people insist on being so wasteful. Sharpening a chain, you've seen, is pretty friggin' easy with the right tools. So why not just sharpen your own saw, save the money on a new chain, and run that chain until the cutting blades are completely shite? I don't understand people. I really don't. Especially seeing how the chain is pretty much brand new. The only reason why it's dull is because it came in contact with things that weren't wood. Hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess, people? Alrighty, people, it's time to bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. It's 8 o'clock. We gotta go. We got a long one ahead of us today, 8.5 hour shift. And there was a comment made on the video that one should be worried about the fact that the company I work for is hiring or headhunting for more people for less money. Actually, guys, the less money is the starting wage. It's not that much less than I'm making now. And the whole reason why they're headhunting is because ever since the pay cut in April, a lot of people have just picked up and left. So we literally went from 80 employees down to 53. So you can imagine the fun that brings to the table. When you have 30, oh yeah, sure, it's nice out today. When you have 30 some odd less people doing the work, it becomes kind of strenuous. But this is bullshit, guys. This is complete bullshit. Look at it outside. Look at this. Just because it's back to work day. I'm going to have to mow this lawn soon. Well, maybe depending on what's going on tonight, I might relocate my wood pile up on the deck here. And then we'll get the push mower out and push it because the riding tractor isn't ready yet. And we all know I could use the exercise. Mainly because I love that kind. I wouldn't have said that a year ago. I'd have been like, the lawn can stay long. It's fine. It doesn't need to be cut. Eh? Would have been the old Adam. The new Adam's like, let's go. Let's do this. Right now, let's go to work. Seatbelt's on. Truck is on. Name tag is on. Sunglasses are on. Let's go. Taking a wee bit of a different route today. Mainly because when you leave this early, the buses are really out in force. I just want to try and avoid as many of them as possible. No, I gotta say, it's pretty amazing how many people will just make comments like, just do this over that. Like, just buy a new chain and have it professionally installed. It's not hard to install the chain on the chainsaw once you figure it out. You know, I don't like quoting this guy very often because he's kind of a dick, but a friggin' Pug there one time told me, and it kind of makes sense, that a human built it, therefore a human should be able to fix it. And that made a lot of sense to me. It wasn't some other creature that assembled things. It wasn't some other creature that assembled a chainsaw. A human invented that. So why can't a human fix it? Because they don't have the same skill sets? Why can't they acquire them skill sets? Why can't we learn? Our brains are designed to learn, people. Obviously, if they make chainsaw sharpening tools, there's a reason for it. It's to sharpen your damn chainsaw. Why go out and buy a brand new chain every time it gets dull? Why not just take a file to it and make it sharp again? Like I said, I was new to chainsaw. Learned a lot of skills over just doing what I've been doing. Knowing these skills are beneficial. This is the whole reason why you go to school, right? Like, the whole concept of going to school is not to learn how to do something, it's to learn how to learn. Learn how to take in new knowledge and apply it. Learn how to take old knowledge and use it for a new application. It's not like when they give you the stupid math problems of Jim has 3 apples and then you have 2 apples and you give your 2 apples to Jim. How many apples does Jim have? You know, who cares how many apples Jim has? The whole idea is knowing how to get to that final answer and then finding real world applications to put it to work. You know, they give you a research paper on stupid shit like bumblebees or something like that. Like, do a research paper on the friggin' water life in Africa. When's that going to be applicable? All they want you to do is to teach you how to go and get that knowledge and then put it in a form that can be presented. Because in the future, you may have a job where you're management and you have to present projects or whatever the case may be. So having that research capability of being able to go out is one less job you need to appoint to someone else and something you can do. You know, knowing how to maintain your own tools is better than just replacing them every time you break them. Only problem I had was that I didn't have the equipment to resharpen the saw until I did. Now my brother wants to borrow that saw. He's got some limbs to chop. Dad might need it too for some limbs to chop off the front oak tree. I'm probably going to resharpen it just for that. Make sure it's good. They say to sharpen the blade every 3 to 4 fuel tanks. But I run off electricity, so I don't feel like waiting every 3 to 4 hydro bills. I might just put another edge onto it there and let my brother use it for his tree and then let Dad use it for his tree. Just make sure they keep an eye on that oil gauge and don't break my shit. Oh look, it's Johnny Law. Oh, it feels weird going in this early. This is what I always hated after a long weekend, was having to go in early. We'll push through the day and get on with it. Remember, people, don't be afraid to learn new things and don't be afraid to fail, because failing is also part of learning. We gotta fail before we can figure it out. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, alright? Alright, peace. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. It's time to get home. Oh, wait, we're already home. We're already home. What am I talking about? We're already home. Alright. Well, guys, I think I might have a solution for this bramble back here. And it is a wood chipper solution. Like, honestly, can you guys hear that? Wow. Been chatting back and forth with this guy on Kijiji, and I found a wood chipper. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper than renting one. And it's not electric. Basically, it's a gasser. Let me try that again. It's a gasser. It's got a 4-horse Tecumseh on it, made by MTD. He said he put about 15-20 hours on it tops, changing the oil out every 5 hours of operations. He says it's really well taken care of, but he doesn't do landscaping anymore. He quit that business, so he doesn't need it. He goes, there's a problem though. He goes, the engine has a hard time starting. He thinks it's carburetor work. He's not familiar with carburetors. Now, I know you guys think I'm just an idiot, but I've done the carburetor on my snowblower. I've done the carburetor on the Arian snowblower. I've done the carburetor on the black mini bike. I've done the carburetor on my big tractor, completely rebuilding it, including the impulse fuel system. I've done the carburetor on the little mower, my little push mower. I've done that carburetor too, so I know my way around carburetors. I know how to clean them and all that. I'm thinking, because he says it runs, like he can get it to start and run when he hits it with the ether, with the quick start. But when he tries to run it off of gas, it just won't go. And I'm thinking the float's stuck, or the pin, the needle, is plugged. So I'll just do a tear down on the carb. Maybe look up, find out what the carb part number is, and see if maybe I can go to Hamlin's or Arian's or one of the tractor supply places and pick up a cheap $10 carb kit and rebuild the carb, and then frig, we'll have a wood splitter here. Now, originally he wanted $450 for it. I asked him if he would take 3, and then after today's fiasco, he literally said, you know what, he's like, you can have it for $200 if you want it, because I don't know what at all it's going to take to get the carb working again. He goes, it runs. He goes, just the carb's a pain in the ass. And I'm thinking what happened was, like with my snowblower, for instance, I haven't done it yet this year, but I'm gonna. I always drain the carb. Basically, turn off the fuel flow, and then fire it up and let her run until the bowl is empty, and then I call it. And I haven't had any problems with the carb at all since I've been doing that. I don't do that with a lawnmower, mind you, but you've seen this year I was mowing the raspberry patch back there. But that carb on the lawnmower has a return feature, so the bowl doesn't stay full. The fuel gets back into the tank, so that's kind of nice. But I do that to the snow blowers. Well, snow blower now, because I sold the other one to Chuck. And I basically keep the gas out of the bowl because, you know, they say 91 octane doesn't have ethanol in it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they sneak some in there. It's a dirty, you know, corporate thing to do. And it is true, you do get more fuel mileage out of high tests 91 than you do out of 87, mainly because less ethanol. Gasoline doesn't burn as quick as ethanol. Oreo, what are you doing? It's like walking through the towel stuff. I really got to get around to one day cleaning this lawn. But let's get him back in the house. It's a beautiful day out. I should be considering... Come on, Oreo. I should be considering mowing the lawn. I should be considering going for a bike ride, to be honest, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to have a chance to do that is. Welcome to Canada, boys. What's a real piss off is my cousin Jason, who was up on the weekend for the long weekend to visit, comes up here and we barely get above 10 degrees Celsius. Back home where he's from, the Niagara region, apparently they hit 29 this weekend. I'm like, wow, maybe we should have went south to visit them, eh? Jesus. Yeah, weather here sucked. It's not too bad today. I don't know how cold it is. What's the temperature outside?
In North Bay right now, it's 17 degrees.
So that's not too bad. Why couldn't we have had that on Saturday, eh? Why does it gotta wait for back to work Tuesday to friggin' get the good weather? I don't know. Anyway, I'm waiting for that guy to message me. He said come over sometime after 6. I do still have to go get the money out of my account. Got $100 on me now, so I need another $100, and then we'll go and scoop that thing up. And what's nice is my brother has some work to do, some tree falling, and he's gonna have a bunch of branches. Dad's gonna have a bunch of shit to do because he has some trees that he wants to take down that are rotting. So it's not like it's gonna be a one-use thing. Get a couple uses out of it. Then when we feel like we never need it, just get rid of the damn thing, sell it. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go pick up a chipper. Let's pitter patter. Should probably grab my wallet. On my way home, I was gonna stop off at the grocery store and pick up my sweeteners and all that. But But I decided, screw it, because I knew I was going to have to go back out after he messaged me to go pick it up because he works till 5:30. So let's pitter patter. So it's pretty funny. I got to go to the bank to grab the cash and go to his place, pick it up, and then go back to where the bank roughly is so I can get that sweetener. Reason why I got to go there, it's the only damn sweetener I like. So let's pitter patter, have at her, get ourselves a shredder. Alrighty, we're back. And we got it. We got it. Oh yeah. He had to help me load it into the truck. Obviously, I'm a one-man army taking it out. So this is gonna be fun. Oh well, we'll get her out. And there's gonna be what's gonna clean up that big ass mess in the backyard. The MTD. 4 horsepower. Freaking chipper, boys. Oh yeah. Friggin' stoked. There's probably a cover on this at some point in time, but I really don't care. And then you got your throttle control. So that's run. That's hold to stop and idle. Got your ripcord onto her right here. But I got to do some carb work to it because I asked him what kind of maintenance he did. He's like, oh, I changed the oil a bunch of times. Like, you ever drain the carb after use? Oh no, okay. Alright, no problem. I know what it is. We'll just take the carb off. There's probably a bolt underneath here. Right there. Whole bowl should come out. And then I bet you the float's sticking. He had it fired up on ether, which, you know, you probably shouldn't do prolonged. But it runs, it shreds, it works. It's funny, they got these handles back here on the leaf hopper. So you fire your branches down here and it self-feeds the branches in and chews them up. Up here you just fire like leaves and shit into it and it sends it down into the guy and blasts them. They all fart out here. However, these handles are where you grab it to wheel it around to where you want to go. And pulling it along, man, it's like pulling an empty garbage can. The friggin' wheels are just bouncing around like an idiot. But no, it's pretty sweet. I'm anxious to get to work. But first, like I said, got to do some maintenance on her and then we'll be set. And like I said, it was cheaper to buy one than it was to rent. I could have got that one from Joss, but I don't know how long I could have had it for. And like I said, my brother's got a job coming up, and I'm pretty sure Dad will have a job. That thing's small enough that when I do get rid of the mini bikes, I'll have plenty of room in the back shed to store it when it's not in use. But when we need it, we'll have it, and that'll be sweet. And it's small enough that if I need to, say somebody's doing a job, and I need to bring it to their site, it's small enough where I can just pick it up and go. So that's even better. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. I told you guys, I'm not just fasting anymore. I had breakfast, now I'm having supper. That's how I'm gonna do. I'm just not gonna eat at work because, frig it. So I have a bite to eat, see how I feel after. Maybe put on the running shoes, fire up the lawnmower, and do just one part of the yard because the backyard's getting kind of gross. So we'll knock her down. Sound like a plan? Yeah, I thought so. I already had a bite to eat, but I don't plan on doing a workout tonight. I was gonna, but then I was like, maybe I should take a day off. Because I've been lifting pretty heavy lately, and I should probably let my body heal. So I'm gonna rock a piss, we're gonna head out, and we're gonna mow the lawn. Like, it's not that tall, but I'm still gonna hit it. I'll be honest. I didn't need to mow today. I just wanted to. Just to see if I could do it. You know, I remember I used to push mow this lawn back in the day. And it would kill me. Like, I'm sweating right now, I won't lie. But it would just kill me to mow this lawn. And now I did it with this thing. And it wasn't that big of a deal. So as for this thing here, I need carb cleaner. I don't think I have any left. I think all I have is brake cleaner, which I don't think is the same. I got a bunch of grease. Let me just get over here and take a look at what I have. Like, I don't think carb cleaner is that expensive. You can probably get it at Canadian Tire for a couple bucks. What's that? Rust converter, paint, more paint, bunch of painting stuff, some fiberglass. Yeah, I don't see any in here. I can get around this thing. I don't see anything on here. What's that? Oh. Oh. Carburetor cleaner. Does it work? Yes, it does. Okay, we got carb cleaner. Sweet. But I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to save that for tomorrow just so I have something to film that isn't just going to work and coming home. I actually do that, you know. Like, I'll purposely procrastinate work just so I have something interesting that's just not me going to work and coming home. So I got something for the vlog. That's like dessert after a meal you don't want to eat, but your mom's like, eat your veggies or you're not getting the cheesecake. So I always try to find something to make cheesecake, even though cleaning a carb probably isn't that exciting, because it seems a lot of my audience already knows everything about everything. So it is what it is. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. I'm gonna grab my phone, go take a shit. Oh wait, I don't know what it is, but I filled up one of these when I had my chicken, which is what I ate for supper tonight. Pounded it. We went and did the friggin' lawn. Came back in, pounded it, filled it up, and it's already almost empty. I've never been this thirsty in all my life, boys. Holy, but that's okay, because water's good for you. Get it into you. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut her down here and call it quits for tonight. And tomorrow, like I said, we're going to work on that shredder and get it ready, because I think on Thursday might be a nice day. And Thursday is also a half day friggin' Thursday, which is the day after tomorrow, because it's actually Tuesday today. So anyway, people, on that note, I'm going to shut her down. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, what does she always say?
Keep on vlogging.
What she said. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.